everyone. Jane here from Your Weight Loss. I wanted to tell you, Leash, aren't we so happy that we fixed our sound issue?
So happy.
Oh my goodness. I was listening to us the other day. Was it driving or even walking? And I'm like, look at us figuring out the microphone issue. Oh my God. So I'm hoping that all of you are like, yes, girls. Thank you for fixing it. Alicia was so loud or I was so calm. It was one or the other.
We're just so happy that you guys stuck with us during that tumultuous time in our podcasting career.
It was. Oh my God, that's funny. How are you? How are you doing?
Well, I'm pretty good.
Yes. So we're recording this a little bit ahead of time. So this is coming out December 27th, which means everything would be done and over with the holidays. I hope that all of you had the most wonderful holidays possible wherever you are in the world.
By the way, I love how someone was like, what happens for you, for your traditions? You're like, nothing. It's over. You were like Grinch. You were like, it's over on the 25th. And people are like, oh, Santa doesn't come?
Yes.
It was like, you were like, but I'm only overeating on the 24th.
Right. Okay. Yes.
I think people are asking about like Christmas things.
Yeah. Well, it's actually over on the 24th. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, Christmas Day, Santa doesn't come on Christmas Day at your house?
I mean, like, okay, the kids, I feel like that's like everyone's Christmas. Everyone on Christmas morning unwraps Santa's gifts. Do I really need to? It's like eating vegetables and fruit. Do I really need to say that? You know what I mean? You asked me what I was up to. What are my traditions? I mean, everything's done by the 24th. After that, it's over. We don't have like a cousin supper at the thing and the thing. I don't know why these are our traditions. There's not much happening.
It's fine. It's fine.
Maybe because it's Christmas every day.
Maybe.
As in, I see my mom every day. I see my parents every day. My mother-in-law cooks for us.
Some people open their gifts all on Christmas Eve, eh?
Well, that is actually us. And then there's only the one gift on Christmas morning from Santa. So that's why I'm like, it's pretty much done on the 24th. Like,
so at like 8:03 a.m., you're like, Vinny.
Yes, exactly. And then I'm like, what do we do now? We usually, I guess we could put on a movie. You know what? So cute. Dia wanted to change up the tradition this year. And I love that she like spoke up about it. Oh, so she's like, I'd like to like do things differently. And I'm like, what do you mean? And then she said, well, so what we do is obviously there's gifts to the kids from us, from like Jeff and I, and then there's gifts to the kids from my mom and then from Kevin and whatever. And we usually all bring them to my mom's on the 24th and we open all of it. And so on Christmas morning, the only gift left is Santa's gift. And she's like, it's kind of annoying that on, Christmas morning, we only have one gift to open. Clearly, all they want is to open gifts. They don't care what is in there. They just like want to open something. So she's like, how about we save the gifts from you and dad for Christmas morning? And when we go to Mimile's, we just open Mimile's gifts and Pada and whatever. I'm like, perfect, let's do that. So like, she's so pumped because I like wrap everything. Like one pair of socks, here's a gift. One blah blah blah, here's a gift. So she has like 10 gifts from Jeff and I. She thinks they're all amazing, but you know what I mean? Doesn't matter. She likes to unwrap them. So she's like, imagine all the gifts we'll have to open on Christmas morning. So good for her.
That's fun.
Yeah, good for her. I was like, oh, that's a great tradition. Don't know how my mom's gonna react.
She'll be fine.
Do you think so? My mom's like,
it's also like legit. It must take you guys hours to unwrap gifts on Christmas Eve.
Oh, it's hypocrite. Let's not.
It's like too much.
It's too much. But yes, no. So it does take a long time, and also like you can't. Which one do you play with? Like there's so much. So like it's good. Like let's like just embrace the gifts that grandma got you and kind of do our thing there. Anyways, I like it, and also like bringing all the gifts there. Like I have to bring all there's like 25 gifts to bring in my trunk, and then I bring it there. I mean, I'm making this like it's a big deal.
They live maybe 30 meters away.
Yeah, exactly. Am I gonna open Jeff's gifts on Christmas Eve or Christmas morning? I think oh my God, this is the year. Let's do Christmas morning.
It's the year.
It's the year to change it up, you guys.
I feel like when your kids get that little bit older, it's like it's less like you know what I mean? It's not like you with your parents. It's like you with your family. You're the parents now. You're the parent now.
I'm the parent. I'm not ready.
But we hope you guys had an amazing holiday. And I don't
Yeah.
know if you guys are like us or not, or these crazy humans that hold on to the holidays. But Jose and I on the 27th of December have a Christmasless home.
Yes, exactly. Like Christmas is over. It's done. Unwrapped.
We are ready. Like stuff's put away and we are ready to look forward to 2022.
Yeah. And I feel like it's then I'm like, all right, there's New Year's Eve. So it's like another thing. I don't know. I'm okay with it. Like I'm not like the Grinch. I'm not like not into holidays or celebrating. It's just we have to like do it again. Like more things, more planning, more I don't know. Okay, cool. I'll do it. But I do enjoy the 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th. I usually get back on track, honestly. I usually get back to like moving my body, drinking water. I don't have any leftovers. We all know that about me. And is the grocery store open?
Yeah.
Okay. So depending on the restrictions at this time, I might actually be today in Halifax, depending on like all the things. But when we're recording, we're just not sure.
We're not sure.
We're just not sure about things, you guys.
Just trying to make the most of every single day. Every day
Yeah.
matters.
Oh, I love that. Okay, let's do that. Okay. So today I want to talk about Today Matters. And why did we choose December 27th for this topic is because the 27th, for most, things are done. Like,
Yeah. And you know, most people, even if you have something, it's not like a full day extravaganza, whereas maybe
right.
Christmas Day or Christmas Eve is, or Boxing Day. But you know, these few days between Christmas and New Year often just get chunked together as like, well, mine as well. But we just want to remind you that what you do today matters.
Yeah, today, tomorrow, like probably most of you, I'm guessing that most people took the week off. They probably aren't working from the 27th to the 30th. It's like a typical week to have a vacation.
Yeah.
So you're not working. So your routine's different. Like I'll give that to you. Like you're right. But take advantage of what that means. Like that could mean having more time to move your body. That could mean having more time to do fun things or even to like get ready for the new year, plan like I don't know, like what are you up to? Like what are you doing? Are you setting yourself up for an indulgent week or are you setting yourself up? It's really about the environment that you're setting yourself up in.
And like to be perfectly honest, this week, for me, there will probably be still leftover
Right.
treats, and I will still be enjoying those. I will still be, maybe depending on restrictions, puke. I will still be, you know, maybe making plans with my friends, going sliding, having hot chocolate. But what it's not going to be is that from the minute I wake up to the minute I go to bed, eating as much crap as possible, feeling like crap. That to me is like, I want to not feel like crap today. Why does today matter? Because I don't want to feel gross today.
Absolutely. And I want to say this, like, you know, when we say like getting back on track, even that language like annoys me a little bit. Because often we link that to fish and broccoli, basically putting yourself on a diet. So like, you know, you're like, okay, today, no more pie, no more peanut butter balls. And like, honestly, you could have an amazing back on track day. And that could include a peanut butter ball.
I was just going to say that. And I get uncomfortable when people say, okay, it's the 27th. Nothing is going to enter my mouth except for blah, blah, and they set those hard rules. I feel like you're setting yourself up for failure and disappointment. Like, let's be honest. If you have that, like, how about you just be reasonable?
Yeah, exactly. And I think that just, how about you only eat when you're hungry? I was like,
Imagine
I think
that.
it's such an easy one. Imagine it's
And
just like with that.
And stop before you're stuffed.
Yeah. I just like just that could really change. And again, like think about what you've done in the past few days. You've probably been in a very intense surplus. Okay. And you haven't like ran out of food. Let's be real. Okay. So like you've had access to a lot, you've had access to excess. Okay. All you need to do today, you guys, is to maybe cut down on the surplus. You don't need to be in a deficit today. What is a path forward or like what's a step towards the right direction is less of a surplus or even just being at maintenance. That could mean 2,000 calories today, 2,500 calories today. And that is better than the past few days. And then as you see that, like as time passes, then you go to 2,000 and then, you know, and I'm just saying numbers just for fun now. Of course, I never know how many calories I'm eating, but you guys know what I mean? Like that lifestyle, like I'm trying to create a lifestyle on the weekend where it's not thousands surplus, but I'm not in a deficit. Like, so that could be your today.
Yeah. You're like easing yourself back into it.
I am. Like, I don't just go from, like, indulging to a diet. That
No,
I
I
never
don't
do that.
I don't either. And you know what? In the past, so I often have leftovers, as most people do. And
Ah,
even
I
this
feel you.
weekend, like, this past weekend, I just spent a weekend with my parents and we did have leftovers and they were calorie dense, indulgent, delicious leftovers. And I wanted them. I wanted them. I wasn't like, meh. So I just had a small portion.
Right.
Like, crazy concept, and I for sure was in a calorie deficit the last 2 days. The scale told me that. I
Yeah,
felt that way,
yeah,
but I had one day had ham and super indulgent mashed potatoes. The other day I had spaghetti, but it was like the smallest portion. So, like,
right.
think of little things. So, okay, you still want the pie, the peanut butter ball, the
Yeah.
casserole,
Whatever's
whatever.
left,
Have
yeah,
it, but just have a smaller portion.
yeah. And also, like, it's not about the casserole. What about the rest of your day? Like, when you eat the casserole and then you're like, oh shit, I was supposed to be on a diet today and I was supposed to be so good, and you labeled casserole as bad, then the rest of your day turns into cookies and a lot of casserole and blah, 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 where you could have like been like, okay, I am going to have eggs and toast, like really simple, but also like that's not high in calories. You know what I mean? Obviously, eggs and toast, you guys. She's laughing at me right now. Lap tit,
Oh my god. On
eggs
your
and toast.
Instagram, and you're like and they're like, people cannot like, I don't
They,
know how many times you're gonna have to explain to people how you feed. And the moment where you're like, when you feed Jeff, you're like, actually, no, I don't ever feed Jeff.
yeah, I like, had that moment live. Did you
I
see
saw
it?
that.
It was like so authentic. It like happened. I'm like on Tuesdays, and I'm like, oh wait, his mom drops off. I guess I never feed him.
But then when you were listing like the meals that like you would make for the kids,
Yeah.
you're like, eggs on toast, eggs.
Oh, chicken burgers. Like I'm like they just like want, I guess I think that what happens, and you know what, the girl that asked that question, she replied and she's like, "Oh my God, you make me feel so like normal because like we have a lot of eggs here and like we have a lot of like just like oh, she said eggs and pancakes and chicken strips." It made me laugh. I'm like, "Yeah, sure, like whatever." Like, but it's like saying it out loud can really feel, but it depends. Like if you say it out loud in a way that I don't know. You have to like listen. If I don't mind saying it out loud, honestly, I'm like, it is what it is, because I know that like tons of people will be like, "Oh, I do that as well, you know? And also, let's be real here. Like, there's only so much that we can offer. Like, there's only one meal a day. Like, it's not like it's like every meal. Well, I mean, at lunch, she has her lunch, you know, she has her things. And then at supper, depends. Like, we all have our routine, though. Wednesdays, she eats whatever my mom makes, which is often like meat and rice. She loves that. And then Thursdays, they go to McDonald's. Sue me. She eats half a burger at McDonald's, doesn't even eat her fries. Like the girl just like is like, oh, feed me. These are the children I raised. They're just like, sure.
What amazes me is not how you feed your children, because I think you feed your children more closely to how most people in North America feed their children.
Yes.
What amazes me is people's astonishment of your lack of cooking and how everyone's surviving and like the whole thing. Like I'm like, are we still we're still talking about this?
We
Are we
still
still
are.
talking about this?
I mean, we still are. That's why I'm like, the mystery of how I feed my family. And then at the end, I'm like, I don't know what to say. I'm just like, with food. With food.
It's
Like,
like simple stuff. It's yogurt, it's toast, it's
yes,
eggs, it's
it's like
cucumbers.
wrapped ham with cucumbers. It's very simple. It's like I try to have like a protein, and it's often the same. Who cares? Who cares? Yes, it's eggs all the time. I don't know what to tell you. This is what they want. I think it's also the like, you guys don't eat the same thing. That's also very like shocking. No, we don't hold hands at dinner time. And we just, I'm like, hey, it's about 5 p.m. Have you thought of what you wanted to eat? Like, that's the conversation, basically. I mean, that's how I decided to do it.
I
I don't
support you.
obviously like I don't even like plan what I eat. So like how could I plan what I just like make sure there's options. There's options, you know?
There's options.
Yeah. Okay. Good talk.
Anyway, okay, so we were talking about Today Matters. Oh, I wanted to say, have you seen that people have been sharing in the community group their like 1 year transformation?
I have not. Do I need
Uh,
to go
it's
see?
been so beautiful to see. Okay, now it's not just the physical transformation though. Like it's like they're first of all, they're sharing their transformation in a year, but then also like they're writing about like what's changed mentally. And they were really, I think a lot of people reflecting on like how they felt last holiday season and like how they felt getting ready for holiday parties and how they felt as far as their anxiety around food. And like really taking that moment for our members have been really taking that moment to share 1 year.
Yeah.
And
And
I'm
for me, like, what I noticed, one girl that I noticed is, Geneviève Marier, who, like, just hit her
yes.
1 year, and she was one that joined the 10-day free trial and ends up losing 90 something pounds, 95 pounds, I think. And I love like, I listen to words more than I look at the picture. So I, like, will read the words and be like, "What did the person write?" And, like, her first sentence, like, "I feel amazing." Not, "I look amazing." It's like, "I feel amazing." And, like, clearly you must. Like, I can just imagine, like, her showing, like, all of that excess fat on on her belly area. That is not comfortable. It's not about the look. It's not comfortable. It doesn't feel good. And just her whole spiel about, like, the energy I have and how my brain works when I look in the mirror, like, and she's like, "Nothing's perfect, la." Like, she's shown us her loose skin and her stretch marks, and she's like, "But I feel amazing." Anyways, I'm just, like, happy with how we're transforming and changing the language in people's mind when it comes to weight loss and how they look and the
And
transformation.
you know what? As you guys, we're getting into January, we're getting into a hot weight loss month. And I want you guys, as you are looking at people that are selling you weight loss on the internet, I want you to look at these transformations that they're showing you. And I want you to be wary of 6 week, 10 week, meh, 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 and there's nothing about how they feel. And it's just look at what I look like. I
Right.
want you to be wary and I want you guys to kind of look at that from a different lens from now on. And they're showing you a short timeline and they're showing you a drastic physical transformation.
All
And
the
I
things that are sexy in your mind.
and I know for a fact a lot of those people don't even look like that anymore.
I know what you mean.
Because they did not sustain that 6 week shred, 10 week, whatever. So I want you, but I would love for you to read the words of some of our members of how they feel after 1 year of working on themselves.
Because you're not just when you're on a weight loss journey, the proper weight loss journey, you're not just working on your look. You're working on who you are, like how you show up in your world. And I'm sorry, a 6-week shred is not thinking about how you show up in your world. It's about how you look. They're like, we'll shred you, whatever that means. But you get what I mean? Like, it's all about, like, here's what you could accomplish in 6 weeks physically. No one's talking about how shitty you're going to feel or how hungry you're going to feel or how unhappy and the things you won't be able to do and to have. They're only talking about what you will be able to see in the mirror. And how sad is that? Like, that makes me sad. And that's why the diet industry has kind of, like, been tabooed in that sense, but not everyone's intentions behind weight loss is that. So please, when you see someone trying to lose weight, if you're not on a weight loss journey and maybe that's how you see weight loss, that's your perception and you need to start changing that, because it could be a beautiful journey, but that shit takes time.
That shit takes time. So, what can you do today besides joining our weight loss,
Right.
besides joining our 1 year? Imagine giving yourself 1 year.
Yeah. For me, it's like, first of all, like, it takes away that whole pressure of, I need to perform for 6 weeks. I'm putting my life on hold for 6 weeks. Like, this is you learning, creating, growing in a year. Like, things can happen in a year.
It gives yourself the opportunity to experience everything that a person experiences in one full year while being connected to a program that is going to help you achieve your goals. So, all 4 seasons, your birthday, vacation, stress, tired, sickness, drama, all of the things that every one of us is going to experience in the next year.
Yeah.
Imagine if you gave yourself a year.
Right now, you guys were really encouraging people to value the transformation that can happen in a year. and not just value what can happen in 2 minutes. Okay. And I just feel like that's a different message for sure. It's not as sexy, but this, your weight loss is, like I've said, the unsexy weight loss approach that works. And I just feel like we're being louder and louder about it. And we're not excited or attracted to the short term quick results. So we're actually very excited for you when we see 1 year celebrations. We're like, okay, this is 1 year working on them. They like went through summer with us. They should be ready for the holidays because we're trying to get you ready for the like hard sections or hard parts of the year, right? And that's our main focus. And the things that we have going on right now, like the 10 S's to success, the pyramid of essentials. Like there's so many fun things coming to Your Weight Loss, all new things. We keep it fresh. We keep it real at Your Weight Loss.
Speaking of fresh,
Okay.
hot off the press soon will be my 2022 templates.
Oh my gosh. And they
Just I
can't
can
handle it.
smell the
They
I can like
friggin' love it.
smell the printer paper.
Have you thought of your resolutions?
There's like a few I'm like thinking about.
Okay. I'm also flirting with a few. I was thinking the other day how I was always so rattled. Maybe that's not the right word.
Yeah, no, that's a great word. I love that word.
Surprised, rattled. Let's go with that. With Jeff never having resolutions. I think I told you this.
Yes.
Every year he does not make resolutions. And that was always so shocking to me because every year I always have some sort of fitness, weight loss, body resolution. I always do. And so I think last year I didn't have anything related to that. And then this year, like when I think of resolutions in a new year, c'est comme blank. It's like there's nothing other than me trying to go and find something to have something to talk about with you guys. But like, I'm like, is this it? Have I made it to this point where, and he was like, I feel like things are fine. I feel good in all aspects of my life. I feel like there's nothing. And I'm like, how is that? I always thought because of like my past, right? Of like weight loss and like every January, it's always been about weight loss, that I would never get to a point where I think that like just continuing my life is like enough. Like like, I'm not like, could be better. Could be like I've always been, and it's not even about the number. I've been thinner than this in December. I've been fitter and I still had resolutions, So I don't know if it's good or bad. Is it good or bad? Am I giving up on like being better? Like, you get what I mean? Like I should have resolutions.
I mean, I also don't like that word resolutions. That's like labeling. That's like a whole nother conversation. I feel like we should do a podcast on our resolutions. Let's give ourselves some homework and give ourselves some time to really think. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think that maybe
it's almost like a resolution is like a rule. And we'd all know, like, I don't like rules. Like everything that I'm thinking about, it's like, but do I want to do the work behind it? Like, would I like the result? Yes. But am I willing to do the work? Like to keep connected? Like I know what needs to be really done to get a result. And I think that's what we teach our members, right? Like you can't just like sit there and be like, I want weight loss. Wait, you need to think of all the things that means. Like, do you want awareness? So we're really helping our members this year redefine success. That's really what we're doing. So I'm excited we just filmed a few things there for New Year and I'm pumped. I think the members will really enjoy this.
I am beyond excited for our year of 2022 and all of our members that are choosing to join us for a year.
Yeah.
And it's so funny, those stupid programs, they're like new year, new you, but it's like 6 weeks. You're only new you for 6 weeks?
Right. You're so right. The new year, new you just like is like too much for me right now. I don't know why. It's always like kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I know it's catchy, it's sexy. It's like, oh yes, it's a new year, but like how many times have we had a new year? Whatever, how old you are. So I just feel like I just feel like new year, new approach, new habits, new like,
and it shouldn't be a new you. Like, because you are you. Like,
yes,
there are
you need to be more aware of who you are to be able to create a new you. So let's start there. Let's start with awareness. I like that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I had a friend reach out and she was like, I've gained a few pounds and tell me about calorie deficit. And I answered her in like 5-minute audio messages.
Okay.
And I felt like I said so many beautiful things, and it was like clear to the point. And I said, you know
Okay.
what? Like, even her message, there was like, I know I should eat better food. And I was listening to her language, and I said, please do not demonize any type of food. This is what I said to her. First of all, you just told me that you've been gaining weight. This just means that your lifestyle, lately, maybe in the last few weeks, maybe a few months, I don't know how long here you've been gaining weight, but you've created a lifestyle for yourself where you are consuming more energy than you are burning. So that's just what it is. Do not demonize the wine that you're drinking, or your weekends, or the chocolate, or the carbs. Okay. So let's not do that. Just say your lifestyle is, bringing in more energy than you actually need. And so you've been putting on some pounds. Like, it is what it is. Right. And I said to her, the first thing you need to do is start creating awareness on, where is this happening? Like, where am I consuming high calorie foods? Right. So I would never be like, okay, you, more vegetables, less carbs, like just new habits. In order for you to be able to start changing the current lifestyle you have, you need to know more about what's been happening, the lifestyle you currently have. And it's like, that's not a part of diets conversations. It's like, who cares where you are today? Let's just look ahead. This is what you should do,
Let's cut. Let's cut. Like, it's like, cut. Take that. That's the old you. And then let's replace. And every single person gets the same thing?
Like success. Yeah, no, that's BS, you guys. The first part to changing anything is creating awareness around who you are today, so that you can pinpoint what you're ready and willing to work on. You're not willing to work on everything. That's bullshit. That's January magic that's just a part of the January language. January language is, I'm motivated. I'm willing. This is okay. I'll do this. That's January language. Mid-January language is, this is hard. Not sure I'm going to, like, it's legit. It's insane, but it's just the language behind like traditional ways of doing things. That's it.
And by mid-January, everyone's saying like, oh, so-and-so got sick, so I couldn't do it, or I hurt myself, or took a new job, and we're giving an excuse for why we didn't continue, instead of just recognizing that the reason why you didn't continue the damn diet you started in January was because it was something that could not be achieved while you were living an actual real life that humans live where you live in 2022.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys, you don't even know.
So, this podcast is about today matters. So we've already kind of touched on today, just trying to be better than you were the day before.
Right.
Maybe move your body a little bit more. Maybe drink some more water. Maybe reduce your portions. Maybe have 1 peanut butter ball instead of 17. Maybe let's say something crazy. Maybe you don't drink alcohol today. Maybe.
Just maybe.
Maybe. But maybe today you also start to create awareness around your lifestyle.
Right.
And who you are, and what's important to you, and what you want your January life to look like, but slowly.
Yes. And please don't only think of what you want. Like, don't only think of the end goal. Like, that shouldn't be your focus. It's the work that needs to be done. So as much as like, there are many things that I would like to accomplish, I'm so aware of the work that needs to be done to accomplish those things, that then I have a conversation with myself. Am I willing to put in that work? And what kind of work am I willing to commit to, honestly? And when will I check in? Oh, those meetings that's going to be good. I was thinking of that yesterday while I was cleaning. I was like, ooh, we could do like a official thing you know what I'm saying?
I totally
know. We're not giving you all the secrets on this podcast. No. We want you to join your weight loss. But I feel like we could really set them up for success by doing that, Leash.
I agree. Yeah. So we have some plans behind the scene for our members. We've actually already planned our entire 2022 for our members, and we are going to do some things to really emphasize the year. Like that. It's like, that's part of our stuff this year.
And I mean, it's our 10th year at Your Weight Loss. It's a big one for us. And, we're not like, what can we accomplish? We're still very sustainable with like how we want to accomplish our year and to keep going. So it's not like new year, new Your Weight Loss. It's like, no, we're very aware of where we are today, how we want to better that piece. And I think we're working towards the best program ever.
It just keeps we just keep chipping away.
All right, you guys. So attached to this podcast is our the link to our year membership. I mean, that is what we recommend. That is where what we want for you, and that is exactly what we think you deserve to be able to really commit to yourself and to commit to the real deal. And that
And
is
to like
not, yeah,
fully take advantage of what Your Weight Loss has to offer, and to fully take advantage of the fun stuff we do in the summer, the
right.
stuff we do in the spring, the
Yeah.
fall, the like all of it. Like you need a year, you need to give yourself take that pressure off
Yeah.
and do the year.
Yeah. And I think that being able to say, you know what, I gave myself the year. I think when we do 6 weeks, we're like, we'll think about after 6 weeks after. No, everything that you're doing is to make sure that when it's December 27th, 2022, you're like, holy shit, look at where I'm at. No. Like inside and out. Like look at what I've accomplished in a year. Anyways, we just feel like you guys all deserve this in your life. And when you think of even the price for a year, it's like a little over $1 a day. So when you think about that piece, it's like, wow, okay. Would you invest $1 in who you are a day to work on who you are? I feel like everyone could say yes to that. And I think everyone deserves that. Oh,
Oh,
mon Dieu.
oh,
Okay, so for the 30th, we're going to do resolutions. So the
okay, boss.
podcast that comes out in 3 days, you guys, we're going to have figured out and we're going to flirt with some ideas and we're going to have a conversation about our resolutions. I think it might be a long one, but you guys will love every second of it, right?
Right.
Okay, like us, tag us, share, review, all of the things. It has been such an amazing year to be by your side with our podcast. You seem to really enjoy us and we love this platform. We absolutely do. We love you. Hopefully you had a good holiday time and today matters. Okay, bye everyone.
Bye.